Good afternoon and welcome to Fort Bend Voter News. My name is Cameron Hill and I'm a part of the Fort Bend Election News editorial board. Thank you for being with us. Please introduce yourself and why are you running again?
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Cynthia Ginyard, and I am the sitting chairwoman of Fort Bend County Democratic Party. I was first elected in March 2016. Therefore, this is my fourth election. Let me say thank you, Fort Bend, for believing in me for the last 6 years. We have done wonderful things together. This county turned blue in November 2018, and we are looking forward to continuing that success as we move into election 2022. And it's kind of exciting. I'm coming full circle because those who won in 2018 when we turned blue are now running for reelection, and it's kind of exciting to get them reelected, and that will happen, and I'm happy about it.
Sounds good, Bird.
Yes, I'm Brian. I've been writing for newspapers in this building in this office for the Fort Bend Star going back to the early 1990s, as well as for Houston News Pages and other publications here beginning then. Thrilled to see you, Ms. Ginyard, and always appreciate your service from public education to public service in the political process. What have you found to be your most daunting challenges in the years leading up to now? If you could elaborate on that for us, we'd be grateful.
An ongoing challenge for the county chairwoman is making sure I keep all the sheep in the fold. Often I feel like the shepherd with the hook. Sometimes we say herding cats. You know, it's different when you run an organization because, unlike a company, you all come to one building and you get to work out all the kinks and communicate with each other in the same place. That is not true about a county party. You have people all over the county, and you get to come together maybe once a month. So I'm always keeping the fold together. And then when some of the sheep stray away, I'm like, come back, come back. No, we're going to do this. Let's stay focused. Let's stay focused. So, but you know what? It's a part of it, and it's what I have done in my career as well. So this is just a continuation of the management that I've always had to execute. It's just that the name is politics now.
What have you found most rewarding?
When one of our officials are elected or is elected, and they go into the office and get it settled, and they invite me to come and visit them in that role, in that place. I don't know if they know what that makes me feel when I see, oh, I'm at the tax assessor. Look at that. I did that. Uh, I go in, the district attorney or the courtroom, and one of our judges is there. I can't ever express in words the feeling that I have. And then, in addition to that, as they move along in those positions, others acquire positions as a part of their staff or auxiliary staff members. And it's like, wow, well, that was one elected official, but look how many people also benefited from that. And I get selfish and arrogant and I say, I did that. But that's a warm feeling, Bert. It really is. It really is. Yeah.
That sounds great. In looking at Fort Bend and what we have tackled now, what do we have to look forward to as voters? What do they need to do to re-elect these people?
Thank you for asking. The climate. that we are in right now. Friends, let me tell you. I feel like I've been knocked down for the last 6 months with all of the policies and laws that are not favorable. Therefore, we have to fight back. And how do you fight back? You go vote. All elections matter. It doesn't matter if it's March or May or November or one that comes in between. Vote. We need to vote. Let's vote our strength. Yes, your vote matters. Nothing less than the legislative body puts measures in place to decrease and mitigate voting. Do you really think they would do that if your vote didn't matter? Friends, your vote matters, and that is what they know. When you are having an issue, be it at your home, your street, your neighborhood, your community, or your city, who do you call? The President of the United States or a local elected official? Oh, you know the answer to that. Therefore, I rest my case. Presidential elections are important and we need to vote. But how can you tell me that the other elections are not important? You need to have a voice in the process of electing those who you call when something isn't going well. So let us get into the habit of voting every election. We always urge you to vote early. Guess what? What if it's 35 degrees and raining on election day? Who feels like going out then? Aha. Yes. Well, you vote early. You have 11 and a half days, February 14th through February 25th. So if something doesn't go right one day, guess what? You have another day. You wait until election day, that's it. Sometimes some constituents have issues that need to be ironed out with their eligibility and their paperwork. Well, if you vote during the early voting process, you find it out, we find it out, then we are able to work through that process and get you to a point where you're good to go, your vote is on. But if you come at 4 o'clock on election day, it's not a whole lot that we can do. So how do you fight back? We vote, and we vote our strength. You know, there has been a myriad of issues with ballot by mail. And let us not kid ourselves. Remember when our state legislators walked out? This is why. They saw the problems ahead and they tried to do everything that they could to prevent it. But of course, we're not in the majority, so it was not a lot that they could do in the finality of it. Well, guess what? Those chickens have come home to roost. And we've had 50% of ballot by mail applications returned. I moved to Texas in 1981, and I registered to vote when I got here. I have no idea whether I used my Texas driver's license or the last 4 digits of my social when I registered. I just don't know. Well, if I apply for ballot by mail and I put down the TDL, but guess what? I used the social security number when I registered back in 1981, I get rejected because those 2 numbers don't match. But now listen to this. On the new ballot by mail form, they did not tell you to put both. They said put one or the other. If they had said put both, then that problem would have been eliminated. Therefore, it was set up It is what it is, and I'm not going to cut corners about it. It was set up to mitigate the ballot by mail process. Therefore, my message to you, there are many people who vote by mail because it's a convenience that they have. I don't blame them. But I'm asking you now, if you are able to go to the polls, please go to the polls. Even if you have a physical disability, there is curbside voting. And you let someone know. I took a lady last year, 2020, and those voting machines lift up out of those stands like a laptop. And they bring it out to the car. And if the person is unable to mobilize, then they vote right there in the car, in their seat. So, but if you're able to go to the polls, please go. Then that lessens the number that we're trying to help for those individuals who cannot come out of their homes, or they may be homebound. Also, one other nugget I'd like to leave with you is that you need to take that ballot with you. If you applied for ballot by mail and then you decide, oh, I think I'll just go vote. Well, you have done that all along. And when you got to the polls, the judge looked it up for you and they canceled it out and they allowed you to vote right there at the polls. They can no longer look that up for you, and it is a crime. Oh, I didn't make a mistake. If they do it now, it is a crime. Therefore, if you happen to change your mind and decide, well, I got my ballot by mail, but I'm going to the polls, you must take that ballot with you and give it to them, and then and only then will they be able to cancel you out because they have the proof. www.fbdemocrats.com, FB as in Fort Bend Democrats.com is our website, and you may reach us there. My number is public, 832-444-4073, 832-444-4073. You can find me on the website. You can find me just online. You can find me at the county's website. If you need help in any way, or if you need something, please call or email me, Ginyard, my last name, at sbcglobal.net. And but if you can check with anyone who's connected, they will be able to get you to me. I'm looking forward to you turning out. Valentine's Day, the beginning of early voting. So share some love and then go vote. Or go vote and share some love. Our polls are open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. during early voting. That was not always true, but we're grateful working with the elections office that we've been able to secure that. So it's no, well, it closed before I got off work. No. 7 to 7 every day, and of course 7 to 7 on election day. And so you have 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Please don't wait until election day. It's not required. And then Tuesday, election day, of course, polls are open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Go vote.
Thank you so much.